Okay. So, as I said, we're in the green room here once again. And today, it's a beautiful day out there. And we're all looking forward to this Saturday coming up, this big experience coming down at the Prosville Mill. And one of our performers is here in the studio with us. Steve, I didn't get your last name, Steve.
Brown.
Steve Brown. And we have Judith Marchand. And we're just going to play some music today and find out about Mr. Brown. And the name of the group is?
Just Mouse.
Just Mouse, sorry. I keep forgetting. But anyway, you've come from Canada?
Yeah. I mean, not today, but originally. I grew up in Ottawa, Ontario.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice place.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But I'm really happy to be here. And
found yourself in Lambertville? Do you live in Lambertville now?
I live in Doylestown.
Okay.
I lived around New Jersey and in New York City since I've been here, since 2000, and been in Doylestown the last 5 years.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, good. And you write your own stuff, or?
Yeah, I do. I perform some covers, but the main part of the project is original music.
Okay.
Of all sorts. And so when I had T-shirts made, which was like, I was doing some touring a couple summers ago, and I had like half a dozen T-shirts made. and the logo was the most eclectic show you will ever know.
Ah.
Because I do all sorts of things, because I don't like to think about that genre typecast sort of thing. So what kind
of things do you do?
Well, my background's in classical music and as a singer, so I'll do some opera, and maybe I'll do a little bit here later. And I like old country music and blues, and I love rock and poetry and all sorts of things. So it's wherever it's coming from is where it's going.
That's great. That's great.
That's unusual. Most musicians only play a certain
genre.
Yeah, well, commercial viability is pretty rockin' too.
Mm-hmm. Nice. And you do you do some other work with the opera too, right?
Yeah, there's a local institution around here called the Opera Project. I don't know if you guys have ever worked with any of those people. They do shows at the Prosville Mill. That's actually
Oh, really?
That's actually sort of their home base.
Oh, that's cool.
They have one coming up, I think, on March the 20th, Sunday afternoon.
Right.
Okay.
If the place is still standing after we rock it this weekend,
That's right.
It's going to be incredible, yeah. Yeah.
Very cool. So, and then, so you do other kind of work as well. You do this as your main work, and then.
Yeah, I mean, if you define work as, the thing you put your love into, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like a lot of musicians, I think I work a whole bunch of different jobs and things. I teach voice and music at home, and I also work in Bucks County Community College Library part-time, and I work for an agency in New York City that manages opera singers and conductors and stage directors, and so all these things are, things I do.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
And one of your students is, if I'm not mistaken, is Liz Battaglia?
Yeah, it was actually, Liz is one of my students, and she's a wonderful multi-genre singer. She really shines in cabaret music as well as jazz and opera as well. Tina Margot, who's on the bill this weekend, has studied a little bit with me when she was doing the Mikado last year, and we worked on some of that. And
that's great.
Katie from Katie
Cortez?
Yeah, from Katie Brown
Yep.
Band. Also studies with me as well. So
Excellent.
So I know some of these people. It's really awesome to get to be on a bill with tons of really great musicians.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're glad to have you.
Absolutely. You want to play a tune for us?
Yeah, let's play something here.
Let's get going.
All right.
Let's get the party started.
You know, I don't want no sugar in my coffee. It makes me weak. Oh, it makes me weak. You know, I don't want no sugar in my coffee. It makes me weak, makes me weak. Give it to me bitter, and give it to me black and beautiful. Pour it thick and thicker. Pour it till it's running over full, 'cause I don't want no sugar in my coffee. It makes me weak. It makes me weak. And well, I got an ear, but it ain't for chewing. You gotta listen well. You gotta listen well. Yeah, I got an ear, oh, and it ain't for chewing. Nah, 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 nah. Yeah, you gotta listen well, 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 well. You gotta listen well. 'Cause I don't want no sugar in my coffee. It makes me weak. It makes me weak. I don't want no sugar in my coffee. It makes me weak. Oh, it makes me weak.
Hey,
All right. Very nice.
Simple words and a wonderful voice and a little bit
Amazing
of talent
voice.
on it. We're in good shape. You're coming in loud and clear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure if it was balanced.
Yeah.
I always get disturbed by the sinking microphone.
Oh, yeah.
It's like in a fish. It's like in the ocean, right? It's
Yeah,
going
yeah.
down. It's going down.
Yes. We do have that problem.
Yeah. I like to make visuals on the radio.
Yeah. That's right. I was dancing on the radio last week, so
Yes.
you know.
Yes, we
It's
do
all
a
good.
lot of fun things on the radio, but nobody will ever know. But that's okay.
They have to imagine.
That's right. We're here to have fun. But that was nice. Nice.
That song is. I can only take partial credit for it because the genesis of that song, "The Sugar in My Coffee," actually comes from a Who recording, a song called "Bald-Headed Woman," which was like a B-side.
Yeah.
And that was one of the verses, but they don't know whether the song was actual traditional, which is what they credited it as, a traditional song, or if it was actually written by their sound engineer. It's a muddy little historical thing.
That's cool. Now, do you have CDs?
I do. I have a couple CDs. and downloads, which I'll have those at the show for sure.
Yeah.
Anybody's interested. My first recording was sort of divvied up into 3 different sort of mini EPs because they were sort of thematic. One was about the Dust Bowl. It was sort of inspired about stories about the Dust Bowl. Another one is sort of thematic about traveling. And the other one is maybe less thematic and more ethereal. And
Cool.
and I did a experimental EP called that has the beginning of survival in it, and it's about Native American issues and history and spirituality,
Awesome.
and that's out there too.
That's great. And where can people go and
You can get my stuff at CD Baby under Just Mouse, or you can get them at Bandcamp. I love Bandcamp. It's a really cool, musician-friendly website.
nice. And you have your own website, I assume?
I don't yet, actually. I've got the domain for .music is supposed to be coming out, and I have something reserved under that. I'm sort of waiting for the .music to come out.
Well, you do
before
have
I
a
release.
Facebook page.
I
did
do have a
check that out.
Facebook page.
Yeah.
You can, follow me there, and please write me if you
Right.
meet me or know me or
Yeah.
want to curse me out.
Under Just Mouse is the Facebook.
Just
right?
That's right.
Yeah, okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, and yeah, we want
What
to know
kind
the
of
story.
guitar do you have?
Oh, this is
Because it sounds really nice.
thanks, man. This is an Art and Luthery guitar. It's a cedar top, made in Canada.
It's beautiful.
And although I didn't buy it at JB's next door, I'll put a plug in for him because I know he does sell these guitars. I
All
ran
right.
into
Does
him
he?
in a
Yeah.
event. Yeah.
That's a nice sound.
I like it, and it's it's the same parent company that makes Seagull guitars. A lot of people know those guitars down here. They make a pretty nice mellow instrument.
Very nice.
It's kind of small too, right?
Yeah,
It's a smaller body than most.
it's not like a jumbo dreadnought.
Right,
it's
right.
just sort of a really basic folky dreadnought.
Yeah, nice. Nice.
And you were going to tell us how the Just Mouse came to be?
I'm sorry.
Oh, sure.
Did I interrupt?
My bad.
So Just Mouse goes back to when I was a kid, and my mom had made a mouse costume for me for Halloween one year. One of those, you get the pattern at the drugstore or whatever, and
My mom made those.
yeah, and they're great. But I didn't just like to wear it on Halloween. I like to wear it all the time.
Okay.
And I would have worn it to school, but he probably had some sort of sense to not let me leave the house with it. And anyways, they would tease me, my parents, especially my father, and they'd be like, "Oh, are you Super Mouse? Are you Mighty Mouse?" And I'd be like, "No, I'm just Mouse." And then they would
That's great.
needle me, and that's just sort of where it came from.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's like a Harrison Ford movie. Just Jane, remember that? Just Jane and whatever that was. Just Jane? Yes, just Jane. Just Mouse.
Just Mouse, yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
I can be just
It's great
Judy.
how these things come out just like that. And you just hold on to them, and
Yeah, you never know
they're
what.
so hip. You never know.
Yeah,
I can be just Judy and,
Just Judy. That's right. But
very cool.
let's give us another song.
another tune. All
Another
right.
tune.
This is an original song called. It's about earworms. You know what an earworm is, right? It's like a song that's sort of designed to get in your head.
Happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
And then it won't
yeah.
leave for hours and hours.
Oh my God! Yeah.
So this is like an earworm song about earworms.
Oh,
It's called "Song in My Head."
cool.
I woke up with a song in my head. It wasn't mine, wasn't a dream I had. I woke up with a song in my head. Is it my fault that song is bad? Crafted for repeatability, pumped up media reality. I woke up with a song in my head. It wasn't mine, wasn't a dream I had. Woke up with a song in my head. OMG, this shit is right. Mindless repeatability, pumped up media reality, magical pop sensibility, rhymes and rhymes and rhymes. $1 million payload, image made in hollow, you get it or you're slow, just doing what you're told. It's so close, so dear, desire burning in your ear, catch it, hold it near, muzzle your fear. It's better if you don't think, you'll listen but you won't blink, making it the missing link, wash your cares down the sink. The choices seem clear, ironic or sincere, bionic or in tears, iconic or right here. Well, I won't be manipulated by your fashion statement. I won't be lulled to sleep with commercial containment. I won't forget the earth and its blue like raiment. I won't forget justice for sales and placement. I woke up with a song in my head, a flash in the pan, lightning red. I woke up with a song in my head. Is it my fault? Is it my fault? Is it my fault? Mindless repeatability, welcome media reality, magical pop sensibility, and rhymes and rhymes and rhymes and rhymes. I woke up with a song in my head. Wasn't mine, wasn't a dream I had. Woke up with a song in my head, and I went on with the day instead.
Nice. That happens to me constantly. One little thing, like someone can say a word or a phrase, and it triggers a song in my head, and then it's just endless, like all day,
Well, my wife
all the time.
constantly telling me to shut up because I'm always doing these little diddles. And then she's like, I got it in my head now. I can't get it out of my head.
Yep.
Thanks, you know. Thanks.
That's awesome.
That's you know, it's nice to pin out something that really does happen all the time.
All the time.
You hear a jingle on TV and it's or a commercial or something, and you sing this stupid commercial
Yeah.
that you don't really want to deal with. You know, you didn't even like it, but it's in there.
Yeah, but they did their job.
They do a lot of research on, you know, what works, what sticks in your head. So it's amazing.
So I'm wondering what got you into music in the first place.
Oh man, I mean, I don't know. You know, I didn't really grow up with a lot of pop music and stuff. My parents really like played classical music in the house, like only, and I didn't really know what like folk music or rock music or anything was until sometime in the 80s when I was, you know, Michael Jackson was everywhere. It was like impossible to ignore, and I was like, what's that? He's not dead or wearing a wig. Yeah, I don't know, and I at some point I just was really drawn to it, and but I didn't really start studying until I was in my 20s.
Is that right? Yeah. Did your parents have you doing voice lessons or piano lessons and stuff like that?
I had recorder lessons when I was really little, which I
Okay.
was not very disciplined at, but I stuck with it for maybe 2 or 3 years, and I think like a lot of kids, it was probably like pulling fingernails to get me to practice.
Yeah.
And then I discovered the guitar when I was in my teenage years, and
Right.
but I was mostly self-taught on that, and I didn't start studying voice until I was 25.
Wow.
You know.
Okay.
And you just discovered you loved it?
Well, I'd always wanted to sing, and I had lots of friends that were musicians. Whenever we'd jam, like 25% of the time my voice would work, and the rest of the time it would like not work. And I never
Fade
knew
out,
I
yeah.
never knew why, you know. And but I learned out that I was probably just too nervous.
I know that feeling.
I took a course in voice when I was I wasn't even in college, but I got to go to Columbia College and take voice. A friend of mine was in there, and it was fun. It was, I really enjoyed it. I got to learn actually how to read music. It came out, and you get an appreciation for opera and people who use their voice as the instrument.
Yeah,
It's really cool,
yeah.
and that gave me a nice background.
It's a wonderful feeling, like it's energizes all your endorphins when you sing. It makes you feel really
Oh,
good,
yeah.
and so I don't know. I encourage everybody to sing. I've had plenty of students that would never, step out into public and sing, but they just love doing it, and that's awesome, because you have to partake in something creative in your life to, be whole, I think.
Right.
I agree.
Well, I think so too. It's some people won't try to sing because they think they have such a terrible voice, and they won't even attempt. And it's like, you're missing out. Who cares? That's the way I feel. Look at Bob Dylan and some of the musicians. Their voices, Janis. Well, Janis actually took lessons. Janis Joplin.
Yeah, she was
She was amazing.
she just let it all go.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what that was.
Yeah. But, I always encourage people to sing, Get out there. Oh, I can't sing. Sing. I don't care. Do it, and whatever happens, happens. And it'll be your style, That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
And eventually you'll get in tune or on key.
Oh. And if
Play
you're
it
enjoying
enough.
yourself, then
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like dancing. Like people are so worried about how they look. It's like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just do it. Enjoy yourself.
Absolutely.
Express yourself. So, but so I'm interested to hear some opera. I don't know if that's in your lineup.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. I definitely brought something. This is,
Is
this.
that classic? I'm sorry. Classic guitar you play?
No. Oh, jeez.
Ah,
Yeah. No. Just enough to get along. And but this song, I think the first time I heard it, I was like, oh man, I really want to learn how to sing that. It just it really hit me, and eventually I did. It's in Russian, and I needed a Russian coach. When I was at school for music, I met a Russian lady, and she really helped me get the Russian down. If there's any Russian listeners out there, please don't be too critical because it's not down that well.
right.
But this is from Mikhail Glinka's opera called A Life for the Tsar. And just to give you a rough idea of what I'm singing about in this song, the main character has sacrificed himself to save the Tsar. And it's dark, and he's captured by the enemy, and he is waiting for the sun to come up, and he knows that it's going to be his last sunset that he ever sees. Or sunrise.
Right.
Ты придешь, моя царя, взгляну в лицо твое, последняя заря. Настало время мое.
сердце скорбь, а страшно тяжело напютки умирать. Ты придешь, моя заря, взглянуть лицо твое, последняя заря. Настало время мое. Ой, горький час, ой, страшный час, Господь меня Ти подкрепи, Ти подкрепи. В мой горький час, в мой страшный час, в мой смертный час, Ти подкрепи меня. В мой смертный час, в мой смертный час, Ти подкрепи меня.
Wow, bravo, wow.
Beautiful, man.
Amazing. I can't even, I have a hard enough time speaking my own language, let alone singing another language.
Oh my gosh.
Phenomenal.
You never, you don't speak Russian, though, right?
No, I took one semester when I was in college of Russian.
Really?
And it's a very difficult language.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's not like other it's not like the Germanic languages, which are a little bit like English, or it's not like the Romance languages like French and Italian that really seem very natural when
Right.
you're around them, and it's all backwards and weird. And
God, I can't
it's
imagine.
a hard one. We learned to say like tea and jam and
Well, you got a lot of words down in that song,
Oh,
that's for sure.
beautiful.
So we're gonna have to go for a break, a short
All
break,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And we'll be back in about 4 minutes. So stay tuned, everybody, for Just Mouse.
Wow. That's
The smiling faces, the sweet embraces, love and life and love.
CASA, court-appointed special advocates of Burlington and Mercer County, are seeking volunteers to serve as the eyes and ears of the court concerning children who have been placed in foster care due to the parental abuse and neglect. Our volunteers speak for these children and help them achieve a safe and permanent home. To serve as a volunteer, you need no special training. You only have to be 21 years old and have access to transportation. To contact us through www.casamercer, all one word, .org, or call 609-434-0000. 0050 or 609-265-2222. Thank you.
Give me the beat, boy, to free my soul. Gonna listen to the internet radio and drift away. Give me the beat, boy, to free my soul. Gonna listen to PAJ radio and drift away. Give me the beat, boy, to free my soul. Gonna listen to the internet radio and drift away. Give me the beat, boy, to free my soul. Gonna listen to PNJ radio and drift away. PANJ Radio, that's www.com, that is.
Hi, I'm Vinny Veterosa, and I approve this message.
Vinny is such a pussycat. And incidentally, if you've never had a massage by Vinny Veterosa, you must do it. You will be grateful to me for having suggested it, for him for having done it, and for yourself for having the wisdom to accept the advice.
Have Table Will Travel with Vinny Verderosa.
He's got magic thumbs. The man has magic thumbs. He really does.
He really does.
Right now, 3 one-hour sessions for the price of 2, which include general massage, reflexology, and acupressure. Check me out. See for yourself why people feel so good when their session is done. On Facebook, Acupressure Have Table Will Travel. On the web, relaxintoreiki.com/partners. My telephone number is 732-259-3129. And you can get me here anytime on PANJradio.com.
The smiling faces, the sweet embraces.
Hey,
Love and life and
I think this was the smoothest part of the show right now, going back and forth. I've had such a hard time today. I've been away for a while, and my head's a little cloudy. Sorry for that. And it just seems to show up every once in a while here. But it's been clearing up by the music that's been happening in this room. I mean, it's been just amazing. That was fantastic. I love opera, and your voice is so full.
Thanks, man. Thanks, Vinny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you were saying that you didn't even like that kind of music when you were younger.
no,
That's wild.
Yeah, it was not a sound that I really liked until I started studying voice, and I think it opened me up to new possibilities. And my first teacher gave me an opera aria to learn, and I watched the whole opera. It was La Bohème by Puccini, and I just really related to that story, and I sort of saw the possibility of operas can be really moving, and it's anyways, that's sort of my introduction to it. Wasn't any big revelation, but it was sort of one of those, once you start doing, it takes you places.
Yeah, very cool. And you were saying that you like to sing opera in places where people don't expect it.
Yeah, that's sort of part of the Just Mouse thing, is like to be eclectic and bring all the different influences, anything I can play. I mean, I like so much music, and I wish I could play everything that I could that I hear, that I, you know, but I try to bring everything that I can do, that I've experienced with music into what I do. So I don't want to exclude opera. You know, I want people to be treated to that, and it's pretty cool when you're in some bar or something, and suddenly it's no longer Johnny Cash people are hearing.
Yeah.
It's Verdi or something. And
That's pretty big change, though, for some people.
And they pick up their ears. You know,
Yeah,
some people, I'd say most people really get into it, and there's always some people that it's a barrier. You know that. You know, we were talking a little bit earlier about genres in music, and sometimes people are have limited themselves because they don't understand that music is music.
It's not limited.
Yeah, it's not, these little categories are superficial marketing ploys, you know?
Absolutely.
Right. So you broaden people's horizons.
I try to,
Open
you
their
know?
minds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
their ears,
Their
you know?
ears, yeah.
Yeah, and you got to be able to. I mean, if you just like music, everything qualifies. You know, I mean, all range of music.
Yeah,
You know,
Absolutely.
getting into the hip hop. You know,
for sure.
my friend's been singing hip hop. She just does these songs. She's very spiritual, so she's doing the spiritual beat with the hip hop, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
You know, did a whole Christmas song on hip hop. You know, so it does have that. You know, if you can get into just the beat of it, you know.
and you know, hip hop has an important cultural function, you
Right.
know?
Right now, yeah,
historically
for
with
sure.
the people who are not doing so well in the world, and it was something that was very organic. It brought them together, you know, and evolved from funk and all sorts of things. And you know, some artists are very political and revolutionary, and others are. There's a lot of bradagio and that sort of thing as well. But there's a lot to listen for and a lot of value, you know.
Yeah, music's been bringing people together since the beginning of time, probably.
For sure,
yeah.
for sure.
It's great.
It heals the soul.
I agree.
So you gonna do another one for us?
Yeah, I'll do. This one's always a favorite. I wrote this song over 10 years ago, and it's probably the only older song that has stuck. You know, usually I write songs and enjoy them for a while, and then you write new ones, and those are the sort of things. And the other ones, you know, they go by the wayside. But this one has stuck around. My sister and I used to always sing this together, and it's called "Travelin'" or "Greyhound Blues."
Nice.
Traveling by earth, rail, or wheel. Traveling, oh, I'm traveling, and happy is how I feel. Rambling, I walk a steady mile. Rambling, country rambling, birds and trees make me smile. Rail lines, winding through the hills. Rail lines, I'm riding rail lines, gives me time to chill. Greyhound, pavement instead of track. Greyhound, all that Greyhound, seats they break my back, but it don't matter 'cause I'm traveling by earth, rail, or wheel. Traveling, oh, I'm traveling, and happy is how I feel.
Nice.
Good traveling song.
Makes me feel happy.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, Yes. So, what you have some other things you do in your life besides music? What you do?
Well, in addition to things related to music and teaching, I work at Bucks County Community College Library.
You teach?
I teach voice and music.
Oh, cool.
Privately at home.
Okay.
And in Doylestown, if anybody's interested.
Hey, get that out there, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook, or hey, come to the show this week and just say hi.
Yeah.
I'm on at 6 o'clock.
I was just going to ask you what
Awesome.
time. What
You,
time?
you haven't memorized the entire list,
Oh my
Judy?
gosh. Well, since we have 13 hours of music on 2 separate stages, which, comes to about 18 bands and 35 or more single duo acts. No, I haven't, but
Yeah.
you are on at 6.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and it starts at 10 a.m. and goes to 11 p.m. So come on out for the whole thing, and we're going to have such an awesome time. There's going to be food trucks, and it's a BYOB and potluck, and we'll have raffle prizes. We have 44 raffle prizes from local businesses and restaurants, all worth over $50.
If you haven't seen the list of amazing raffle prizes, you need to
amazing.
go onto the Facebook event page for the Prosville Mill Music Marathon and check it out,
Yes.
because you're going to want to be in on that.
Check them out, yeah, and bring cash for raffle tickets and to get in and for the food trucks.
And to throw at the musicians.
Yeah.
They like
You can also go on that Facebook site for the complete schedule and check out everything that's going on. All the details are on there, and you can buy tickets through there. Tickets are moving fast, so get on board. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Okay. And you'll be playing upstairs? I
I'm
imagine?
upstairs, yeah.
Upstairs at 6
Yeah.
o'clock.
Yeah,
Looking forward to it.
awesome.
Will you be playing alone? Or
Yeah, I'm
Yeah?
playing by myself
Okay.
this time.
Okay.
I have some other musicians that I sometimes play with, but none
Okay.
of them this week.
Okay,
So
that's fine and dandy.
Yeah.
be what you're hearing, roughly what you're hearing today.
Which is fantastic.
But I'm saving some songs so that if you come, you get to hear something new.
All right,
That's great.
that's good. And what exactly do you do for the opera project?
The opera project,
Yeah.
I sing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I won't be singing this coming show, Sunday, March 20th at 3:30 at Prosville Mill, but I'll probably be in the next one. They usually do about 6 concerts a year.
Prosville Mill does it?
Yeah,
I
well,
did not
it's
know
not,
that.
it's, the opera project actually has its residency in Prosville, at Prosville Mill.
Wow.
That little stone building that's right against the road is actually where they have their,
Yeah.
that's their headquarters. We have a little
Nice.
piano in there.
Oh.
We do stuff also at Sargentville at the music center there, the cultural center. And also every year we do a Thanksgiving weekend concert at St. Andrews in Lambertville here,
Oh, great.
which is also a really cool place to hear music in a big church with the big ceiling and everything. It's-
Yeah, I think Liz sang
Yeah,
for that too.
she sang
Yeah.
there last November.
Yeah, awesome.
That's great. It's nice that you're all over the place in this world of music.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, music's been good to me. I think it's good to everybody who, wants to partake, whether they're listening or playing or whatever. So it's one of those things that's giving,
And do you teach anyone, like if someone that's never sang before, would you teach? And
For sure.
yeah, okay.
I teach kids as well as adults, and people with professional interests, and people with amateur interests, people with personal interests,
Great.
musical theater, classical. I even help people with songwriting as well. I've done some songwriting coaching and stuff like that.
Excellent.
So it's whatever people need usually. I can't. People often ask for piano lessons, and I play a little bit, but I'm like, you should just go to somebody who can get you going good from the start.
Then go to Ed Wall for that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, you won't give us another one?
Sure. This is a tune called "The Great Until." It used to be a green field. There used to be a hill. It was an unmarked landscape before the great until. Well, it started with schematics, not just some crazy old plan. But then you got the dynamite and restructured the land. You leveled the grassy hills, you built tunnels and walls to distract you from the outside and silence the haunting calls. But you forgot it's all around you. You forgot that it creeps in. So focused on those angels dancing on the head of a pin. When the blossom opens, when the stars come out, when rain falls on the farmland after a long drought, when the grapes ripen, when the moon is full, when the last cartload of harvest is pulled, you realize it had you fooled. Well, it's not what you expected, but it crept right in, taken for granted everywhere you've ever been, never put to the test, although you did your best. Well, it's not what you expected, but it crept right in. It still outlasts those angels dancing on the head of a pin. Love is a green field with a big old hill. Love is the landscape, the great until. Love is a green field with a big old hill. Love is the landscape, the great until.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
You ever do some Porgy and Bess? Because that's what I feel from your voice.
Oh,
A little.
I haven't done Summertime in a long time. It's usually done by a woman, although jazz singers do it all the time. But I do some blues for you if you like. Like Sun House.
Well, we have about, let me see, we have 3 minutes left.
I got a 3-minute song for you.
Okay.
I know
Perfect.
Judy likes this song. This is from my Dust Bowl series. It's about a historical person named Carolyn Henderson. I won't tell you all about her because, well, there's the internet, isn't there? The song's called Carolyn Henderson. 60 years on this old farmstead. 60 years of tractor tread. Still use the plow bought in 29. Well, I never will borrow a single dime or shake a banker's hand, as I gave my all to the land. 60 years on this patch of earth. 60 years of hard work. And when it's time to go to bed for good, well, I lay my head in a box of wood, and I'll give back all I can, 'cause my life came from this land.
I love that.
Well, thank you
Thank
so much for
you.
being here today.
Thanks so much for having me, man.
Yeah, it's been
And thank
great.
you, Judy, for
You've,
making all these wonderful things happen.
Absolutely.
You're going to get some sleep. Saturday night, right?
Sunday. Yes.
And all the other people that are putting in a lot of time to
It's wonderful.
make this happen.
Well,
Well,
we appreciate all the musicians donating their time,
yep.
and look forward to it.
Let's do it.
So, Just Mouse, thank you so much again.
Thank
Pleasure.
you.
Thank you.
Beautiful music.
Yes, indeed. And we're gone. There we go.
People before me, one common purpose. Children